Hey guys, it was super fun to be harvesting homegrown bananas again. I was so excited I even did some lunges just to see how heavy this rack of bananas feel. But anyway, in this video, I want to show you what is the biggest concern when it comes to growing bananas and how I'll be dealing with it. After all, I think most of us learn through trial and error. So, 2 weeks later. I'll be sharing with you my experience in growing bananas, and I will be chopping away some of this banana plants using this 10-inch, don't do that, this 10-inch folding saw. This video is sponsored by Centurion, and they did send me this tool. I'm really excited to see how removing banana plants will be using this, because I have used this around the garden, removing some branches of tree prunings and to cut this thing. What I like about this folding saw, obviously it's 10-inch long blade and it's made with hardened carbon steel. I love that I can just fold it down for safe storage. Also, it's just so convenient for me to have around anywhere I want, although I don't really know why I would have this everywhere I go. But this nice grip here is non-slip, so it does help for you to have more control and like just a firmer grip when you're working. And the design of the triple cut blade actually helps to speed up your cutting, because it's designed for you to, when you're pulling or pushing or pulling strokes, it would also cut. Banana plants, usually you would use like a machete, you know, like a really sharp knife or something. They're not woody, but they are very fibrous. So it would be interesting to see how this would go. This stock of bananas look like someone would probably have trashed this way before it got to this point. But I promise you, these are so good. In fact, let's try one. And I try to keep it in a cooler place so it would ripen slowly. So look at this. How do you know a banana is ripe? Is when the skin is more thin. Oh my gosh, it smells like a caramelized banana. The flavor is amazing. This is almost too sweet for my personal preference. However, this is either sweet like honey or even sweeter. Oh my God. That sugar level is insane. This is like biting into like a firm banana flavored honey. It's crazy. Let me show you how bananas are grown. This was the original one that I planted. It started off being about maybe 2.5 feet tall, about roughly 2 years ago. And I planted around fall. And because bananas are tropical plants, they barely grow, or if not, they just kind of take a break in the winter. So I really didn't start growing like crazy since after like a year that I planted. But let me just show you the way that bananas grow. Here's the original that I planted. It's got the thickest trunk of all, obviously, and it does have a flower shoot right up there, so there's some like really young bananas developing up there. So exciting. And then it'll start giving off these shoots. They're called pups. And you can see from the very bottom, this is how invasive bananas can get, okay? So the original one shot up all these within, I think I want to say a year. These pots were left behind. I don't know, they were somehow hidden from me. So it ended up just kind of pushing and cracking this pot. This one's even crazier. This one popped up, I think, sometime within the same year and pushed this pot next to it up like this, especially the one in the back right there against the wall right here. Yeah, I got a few varieties of bananas here, but only 2 are planted in like a large space. One in the big pot and the other side, and then this one in this like in-ground raised bed. Here's that big no-no that people say not to do, and I did it. What I was referring to is this clump of bananas that I never separated, and you're supposed to either separate them and plant them individually, or some growers will leave 2 to 4 pups per clump. Any more than that, the plant's growth and development will be compromised. That's why I'm going to keep mine in a clump, since I don't have a lot of space. Just remember, if you maintain them regularly, it's actually not that much work, especially once those pups come out. They're really small, a lot easier to deal with. Here's another big no-no. Don't plant too close to the wall like I did, because you will be running the risk of breaking the wall. So why did I plant it here anyway?
based on past experience.
I've planted this in a previous place the same way. It didn't damage the walls. It just forced the bananas to grow along as a border. And the second reason is that I don't have room here, guys. There's not a whole lot of options for me. Also, this is just a nice sunny area. So anyway, if you were to plant it like me against like a tight space, make sure you do go in and like chop up and dig up those pups so that it wouldn't cause any issues in the ground or on your walls, because the other one on the other side is crazy, right? All right, now it's time for me to take down this banana jungle, and hopefully I won't be disturbing the flower stock that's developing right now. But that is why you guys should take advantage of the pups being young and dig them up. It'll be a lot easier that way. Whereas, you know, you wait till they gets to like this banana jungle, it's gonna be a lot harder job. But in case yours gets to this point, you'll see how it's done.
So I realized I'm going to be doing some digging since these pups are pretty mature. That's why I took out the drain spade. This is going to be really helpful when I go deep under the bananas.
Let's get started. So I'm going to be mostly using the folding saw to cut it down, and then I would use the drain spade to dig it up. And I like that the drain spade is it's deep enough to get in and under the plant, hopefully. We're now ready to do some action. First, this is quite tall. Oh. Whoa. Okay. One down. Ah, shh. I didn't mean to cut this one. I meant to cut the one behind it. I'll let it. Oh yeah, that's astringent. In this case, I wouldn't be killing the bananas because it actually grows from the base, kind of like how gingers work, like where the rhizomes are. It'll just shoot up another one, or it would just shoot up here. It'll just have a new leaf. The only part that sucks is that I might have delayed the flowering process at this point. But anyway, I can still keep this and let it keep growing. And in fact, right now, I think it's actually even easier for me to get to the back side, which is the actual one I want to cut. All right. It's going. All right. I just took this out and look what's pushing it. There's another one and another pup. I can actually cut this one a little lower as long as it still attaches to a bit of the bottom here. I can plant this somewhere else. Now I'm going to slice between the large and the pup here, the small one. Oh, hear that? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's a banana pup. Yeah, baby. Yes.
After removing this one, I took down two more that were about this size.
Look at these roots.
Banana stems are actually really easy to cut as long as you have something sharp. The most difficult part of this is actually digging up the rhizome. In this case, you just need something kind of long and narrow like the drain spade to really dig under and ply it out. It's definitely a lot more work to remove the pup with the rhizome, but this would allow me to grow a whole other plant. Also, this would prevent another pup from popping up in the same place.
Okay, I heard a car. Ooh. Oh crap. I ripped it apart. Ah, but it smells good. It smells like this is the banana heart, right? Hey, it's sweet. Ooh. There's the heart. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Close enough. Yeah. Backfill. Okay, I'm gonna move on to remove the other ones and I'll get back to you guys.
So I had a really hard time removing those pups or suckers that were growing right against the wall. You can see I totally smashed them up with the drain spade, cutting down deeper to destroy that part of the rhizome and leaving it exposed so that would prevent those pups from easily growing back. And then with the folding saw, because it has this narrow curve, it made it easier for me to go around the other plants to cut what I needed. After removing all the other pups or suckers, there's 4 left in the clump, so they're not fighting as hard for nutrients. In just about a month, these plants have gotten taller, thicker, and the fruits are getting bigger.
I can't believe summer's already gone, but I can't wait to see these bananas continue to plump up, especially after I had removed those unwanted pups. Now the energy is being guided towards this plant to get these fruits to plump up and ripen faster. If you guys are looking for a spot to grow your bananas, be sure not to plant it close to the wall like I did. But if you really have no choice like me, be sure to remove those pups as soon as you see them. Thank you so much, you guys, for making this far in the video, and thank you to Centurion for sponsoring today's video. For tools to make your gardening life easier, be sure to check out Centurion. I'll leave the links below. For more pruning tips, be sure to check out that video, and I'll see you in the next one.